We're back with another starter kit of sorts. This is the Eternity from EonSmoke. That's pretty cool. Alright, this is basically a 650 mAh ego kit with a Clearomizer. I am Steve Perry from SmokingTheBandwidth.com, and I am slaving over a hot atomizer to bring you the best electronic cigarette news, views, and reviews available on the World Wide Web. And we're back with another one from EonSmoke. We did the disposables and the 808 kits a while back, and I guess they just came out with these kits and they wanted me to do a review. Ego Clearomizer. I'm not sure what kind of Clearomizer that is other than an ugly one. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. That's one of the ugliest Clearos I've ever seen. But it performs pretty well. When I got the kit, I loaded it up with grape mint e-liquid, of course from EonSmoke. It's alright. It's grape. It's menthol. Like I was expecting grape and mint. It's grape with menthol. It's pretty good. This is the Wrangler e-liquid, but before we get into that, let me turn this upside down and let you take a look. This is basically similar to your e-Vod, your Kanger T3s, your Pro Tanks. It is, matter of fact, it uses the Pro Tank heads. And if you look at this, I have a bad habit of leaving that little rubber seal off of there, and I left it off when I cleaned this out from the grape mint. But it will take a Kanger Pro Tank head, and of course you have to fill it going around. There's a center tube in there, and you got to go around the center tube and fill it upside down, and then put the bottom piece back in, invert it, and you can give it a few seconds for the probably a minute for the wicks to wet. You can give it a couple dry hits, get it going. One thing I noticed about this one, if you're going to replace the head, like I said, the Kanger Pro Tank heads will work. But if you're going to replace it, you're going to need a pair of pliers. It's in there pretty tight, and when you're putting it back on, you need to tighten it with pliers, otherwise it's going to leak and you're not going to get vapor. This is Wrangler. This is, I don't have the bottle sitting here. This is the e-liquid that I was looking for when I started vaping. This is similar to, very similar to, an American cigarette, like a Marlboro, a Winston, that kind of great tobacco flavor. Very, very nice. I mean, it's for those of you out there that are looking for, especially like when I first got into vaping, I wanted something that tasted like a cigarette, and most of them it's like, it's a tobacco, it's a what kind of ounce. This is a very satisfying cigar-like tobacco. It's called Wrangler. I didn't bring the bottle. Forget it, you don't need to see the bottle. It's called Wrangler. It's from EonSmoke. Now, as I mentioned, I already did the grape mint into grape mint's grape menthol, not grape mint, grape menthol. To make this easier, I went ahead and loaded up some Cardos and just threw them on the Pro Vari with the other flavors we got here. We got watermelon from EonSmoke, of course. Good vapor production, surprisingly, because I don't know what the PG-VG ratio on these e-liquids is, but I would say it's somewhere around an 80 PG, 20 VG if I had to guess. It's a thin e-liquid. That's your watermelon. I've never said this before about an e-liquid. It's not sweet enough. I don't like sweet e-liquids, but that watermelon there doesn't do it for me. It's just not sweet enough. It's watermelon. It's hint of watermelon. I like a more aggressive watermelon. This is the kind of watermelon that walks in your front door and tells you what a nice house you have in this. I want a watermelon that just comes in, sits down, and says, "Where's the can?" You know what I'm saying? I want an aggressive watermelon. It's kind of a passive watermelon. It's alright. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't vape it. But might be your thing, not mine. Moving along, we got Berry Blast. And that's more of what I'm looking for right there. It's a stronger flavor than the watermelon. It's got more of a berry, definitely a berry flavor to it. I don't know which berry. I can't really pull a specific berry out of it. Just kind of like a mixed berry, kind of like a fruity drink, like a Kool-Aid, a mixed berry Kool-Aid kind of thing going on. Again, the vapor production, certainly adequate. It's not going to blow you away, but it is good vapor production. The throat hits there. Both of those fruit flavors, the throat hits kind of light on. The Wrangler has good throat hit. The Wrangler, that is a nice e-liquid. And the Berry Blast is pretty good too. The last one we got is Frost, and it's last for a reason. If you're looking for a menthol, a strong menthol, this is your e-liquid. That will clear out your sinuses. Great flavor too. I personally would just slightly back off the menthol, but then I got to thinking, this is designed for this. This is a Eagle style battery, so you're at what, 3.6 volts, something like that. I've got this in a Smoke Tech 3.2 ohm single coil Clearomizer at 5 volts. So I'm pushing a little more power to it than than its intended use. But man, is that a strong menthol, but it's got such a nice aftertaste to it. Like, it is, I don't want to say toothpaste because it's not. It's like kind of like a spearmint gum, kind of. It just, I don't think there's any tobacco flavor in this liquid at all. I think it's just a spearmint and menthol. It's so good. It's like once you get over that initial kick of the really strong menthol, I would back the menthol off a little. But once you get past that kick, it's got such a nice, smooth, minty flavor. Delicious e-liquid. I really like this one. But again, I'm a tobacco guy. So, for me, let me set that down and try to recover my taste. For me, this Wrangler is the way to go. If you're a smoker that's considering switching to electronic cigarettes and you're going to want a liquid that's similar to the tobacco you've been smoking, Winston, Marlboro, Newport Red, Pall Mall, just, you know, a standard American tobacco, this Wrangler is, it's nice. Now, my hit on EonSmoke before, I liked the 808 kit, didn't like the price. This is a game changer on that because this is $25 $24.99 for the Eternity kit. It's called. It's a little 650 mAh, I believe. I didn't check that out, but I believe it's a 650 mAh. You can plan on 5 to 8 hours basically out of a charge on this battery. Comes with the Clearomizer. The replaceable Clearomizer is $6.95. They do not sell the heads on their site, so if you want to get the replacement heads for it, you'll have to find a Pro Tank replacement head somewhere else. I know my vapor store carries them, but until they, maybe at some point they'll get the replacement heads. Otherwise, you'll have to buy a new tank for all your different flavors. And this should last you probably a couple weeks, especially if you're cleaning it out as you use it. But 25 bucks for this kit is not a bad price. The e-liquids come in 15 milliliter bottles. They are $9.99. Not cheap, not too expensive either. So if you find a flavor you like, great. Here's the thing, the best thing about EonSmoke is that they're available in gas stations as well. So this isn't just an online ordering thing. If you're running around and your go-to e-cigarette dies, you can pick up one of these little kits for 25 bucks if you see an EonSmoke sign at your local gas station. If you run out of liquid, you're waiting for your order to come in, you can pick up their liquids at the gas station, 10 bucks, you know. Not a bad little deal. And again, if you are a vapor out there that's thinking about switching to electronic cigarettes and you don't want to spend a fortune, get you a little $25 kit, get you a bottle of the Wrangler, or the Frost, even the Berry Blast, the watermelon, the grape mint, you know, pick you up a bottle of the Wrangler if you're a Winston smoker, Marlboro smoker. You owe it to yourself. Try out the electronic cigarettes. It's not a fortune. It's 25 bucks. Bottle of liquid will put you up to 35 bucks. And this is 15 milliliters. For me, they're going to try to relate it to cartons of cigarettes. I smoked about 2 packs a day when I was smoking. This bottle of e-liquid would last me probably about 3 days. So 6 packs of smokes? I don't know. You do the math in your head. But this EonSmoke kit is not bad at all. As a matter of fact, I got a neighbor who's wanting to start up with electronic cigarettes, and I'm going to pass this on to them and see what they think of it. Anyhow, I'm Steve Perry for SmokingTheBandwidth.com, reminding you truckers out there to keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. 8s and 6s, keep it between the dishes, and we'll catch you on the flip side of SmokingTheBandwidth.com.